Hi, Nate here. Thank you so much for clicking on this link, taking the next step, and exploring uh, in a little bit more what God is doing at Sierra Bible Church and what we believe He's going to do in the group life, which is the everything life here at Sierra Bible Church. So you got the email. You saw that we are looking at doing Rooted together. You may or may not know what that is. If you haven't clicked on the Rooted link, or Rooted Experience link, then I would encourage you to do that as soon as we're done chatting here. But I want to let you know that this fall, our hope is to take a few hundred, maybe 400 SBCers through the Rooted Experience together. We believe that God wants more for Sierra Bible Church. We believe that there are so many people at our church that are significantly, let's just say, underdeveloped spiritually. They're committed to Christ. We had 7 people jump in the hot tub this last week and get baptized, 4 of which got baptized in their street clothes. God is doing things. God's on the move. It's our responsibility as those who have had a chance for people to pour into us, for God to pour into us, to mobilize ourselves, to train up ourselves in such a way that we would help this next generation, the generation that God is raising up around us, develop roots, develop a spiritual foundation that they could grow into the kind of person that God desires them to be. That's where Rooted comes in. That's where you come in. The Rooted Experience is in some ways a life group curriculum, but it's very much experience oriented. Came from Africa, and a church in Southern California has put it together, and hundreds of churches worldwide have experienced incredible levels of growth and opportunities for people to jump in, not just to growing spiritually, but to giving away what God has done in them, in their communities, and around the world. So we're super excited about. Our staff team is on board, and so we're going to be a Rooted group this summer, our SBC staff here. So we're excited about that. And what you may already be thinking when you even got the email, you thought, oh my goodness, summer's packed. How am I going to kind of pull this off if there's some level of expectation for me to be committed and consistent throughout the summer? We said that as a staff as well. We're busy, we're all over the place, but we also said, such a time as this, we believe that this is a unique time in the life of Sierra Bible Church where God wants to do something special in and through us. And so we're committing to the time to make it work in our schedules, so that we can get trained up, so that each one of our staff is ready to lead a group in this Rooted Experience this fall. Part of the Rooted Experience, because it's so experiential, it's has a number of hands-on opportunities that the groups will go through as a part of the 10-week series. That the Rooted folks, as we've kind of gone through some training and are walking with some churches that have already gone through this, one of the things that they require, they really are strong on, is don't lead a group, don't get your leaders ready to lead groups if they have not yet been in a group. So until you've experienced Rooted together as a group, don't try and help your group experience it. There's too many nuances. The weeks are awesome. Some of them are sort of back to the basics, but some of them are, we'll be talking about spiritual strongholds and the role of the devil and how God just so trumps the lies of the devil in our lives. And so it's a powerful week. We'll be talking about how God steps into our suffering with us. And in that, sort of exposing, here are the places where suffering is happening in my life. There'll be a serve opportunity, a prayer opportunity. We're going to stretch and grow and push each other to be the kind of people that might become the kind of church that God will continue to use into this next season. So with that, would you consider trying to figure out in your schedule how to be a part of one of our group training experiences this summer, which really means 10 weeks together? And I know that sounds insane. Derek and I have tried to work through, Derek Maxon and I, and he's committed to being on the ground level of making this work as well, to lead groups every single week throughout the summer, 1 through 10. You can see the schedule. It's on the email that this is attached to. And so there'll be a group Sunday morning first service. There'll be a group Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. So those are the 2 we're putting in there. We talked about doing some intensives, which if I get enough emails back from folks that are like, hey, I can't do Sundays or Tuesdays, if those are the two options, but I could do, or I'm gone for a couple of blocks, but I'm super committed, I'm super excited to get in on the ground floor of this Rooted experience and where our church is going in the fall of 2019, we'll make it work as best we can to maybe create some intensives or another night or switch one of our deals. But take a look at your calendar. The idea would be that if you miss the Sunday, you could come to the Tuesday, or you just do the Sundays, or you do all the Tuesdays, and you miss a Tuesday, then jump on a Sunday, but that you get through a minimum of 8 of the 10 weeks. And so if you're leading a group now and the summer's just not going to work, you're gone for a huge chunk of it. What we will hope to do is to train someone else up that would lead the Rooted experience for your life group, and maybe some others as a part of that. You could host as the leader, but they will actually be the ones kind of guiding through the material and stuff. Some of you are getting this email and you're not a life group leader. Welcome to an invitation to become one for the fall. Part of the reason you made this list is I think you would be great. I see a sense with which your commitment to Christ, your growth, and your love for people would be perfect for helping a group of people go through this Rooted experience together. And so consider, maybe for the fall, we'll step in. Maybe we're not going to be life group leaders forever. Maybe this is a step for us of a new kind of way that we're going to do things as well. But would you consider getting trained up this summer and then jumping on board in the fall as one of our life group leaders? We're doing the campaign this fall, which means Becky's going to be working on having our kids in Rooted groups, doing the Rooted weekly studies together. We'll be doing it on Sunday morning from a teaching perspective. Our students will be doing Rooted. It'll be the core. It'll be what we do at Sierra Bible Church. We're going to encourage, let's just say, push everybody that we can through this. I would love to see 400 or so of us. Man, let's just get everybody in groups. Let's make it what we do, and really lean into God in this kind of new and exciting way. Part of making that happen well this fall is to get trained up this summer. And so I want to encourage you to do what you can. Look at your calendar and then get back with me with regards to whether or not it might work. I'll get a book like this in your hand each day of this summer. You will be responsible to work through the daily devotionals, and I just think it's going to be a sweet, sweet, sweet time for us together. And then once a week, either Sunday morning during first service or Tuesday evening around probably 7 o'clock, we'll gather. Some of those will be a little bit shorter. Some of those will be a little bit longer, depending on the curriculum. And we'll get through it together. And in that, prepare and pray for what God is going to do in Sierra Bible Church in Sonora this fall as we jump into Rooted together. So I'm sure you have a bunch of questions. Shoot them to me. Check out the Rooted experience. Look around on there. You'll get a good feel for what Rooted is, the impact Rooted has had in hundreds and hundreds of churches, and then get on board. Let me know if you can do it. Let me know if one of those times works better than another, as well as how we can best make it happen for you. So if it's a childcare question or a whatever question, let us know. We'll get these guides in your hand and we'll get going this summer. We're excited to do this together. Thanks so much.